Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee Mug Podcast. Today I want to talk about getting priorities straight. Um, I think this is a semi difficult topic to really talk about because, for one thing, as a kid, when you grow up, priorities seem much more simple. You just have to go to school, do your homework, and then if you're like in a sport or something, you do that and, you know, just basically be ready for the next day. And of course, you will have more free time when you're younger because now as an adult, you realize, okay, what is it that I really want to do to provide work and stability to my life and a good economy to bring money so that I have um, provisions and the stuff I need to survive and all that. So that's what I mean about getting priorities straight. And it's like, how would you do that? Was like not really knowing what you want to do and stuff like that. Because I think that's a very common topic among people. And in my opinion, I would think that you can do whatever goal you want to set out to do, of course. Um, and yes, there are going to be forks in the road. There are going to be There are going to be moments of failure. There are going to be um, times where you really question whether the things you are doing are really worth it. But you also got to remember what what is it that makes you want to get better at something no matter how many times you fail. If it's a video game you play, if it's a sport that you play, and you see where your weaknesses are and you want to get better at them and be a better player and all that kind of stuff. It's just seeing those same things and other aspects of your life, whether it's like learning to play a new instrument, wanting to be a musician, an artist in a band, uh, again, an athlete, or someone who, again, is like in school and wants to do something like law school or something like that. The list goes on. But my point is that once you identify that, there is more clarity. So it's just like a matter of like, in my opinion, just also trying a bunch of different things, seeing what you like the most. And then once you narrowed it down, it just comes down to like, what are the opportunities once you finish school or getting certified or whatever it is, right? And if you have an abundance of opportunities, that's the best possible scenario. You have endless options of work and you have more chances of getting into a job, even though it's not always going to be where you want to land at first sight. And if you do, more power to you. Um, so once that happens, I'm sure that, things again are going to be running smoothly and you have something going for you. And then also keeping in mind, like keeping that work life balance, like I think people figure it out as they move up the ladder. Like, how is the work that I'm doing also affecting other areas of my life that I need to be attending to, whether it's like, was like a family or, just my living space and how I keep things clean at my own place. And if you're taking care of a pet or an animal, just the list goes on. But that's work life balance. It's like, being able to work and also being able to take care of your needs at home. Because people, I'm sure, can easily neglect those things. Even though like you can be a workaholic or really good at your job, but there's more to life than just work, I'm sure. And I'm not really one to really judge, but it's pretty obvious when you know you have issues at home and they're only getting worse because they're not there's no attention being put on the things that are going on at home. So what happens is that the problems become more and more prominent. They just continue to grow until you have no choice but to face it head on. So that's a problem that occurs when there's no balance to work life balance. But again, like it comes differently from person to person. And of course, if you have like a partner that helps you balance your life, that's, pretty much as ideal as it gets. Just as long as the person is agreeable and that's something that they're willing to do. And of course, beyond that, it's just, again, narrowing down what you want to do in life. I think a lot of people also find something they want to do and then have other interests, and that's totally normal. I think that it's perfectly fine to go a different route in life if you're interested in something else, because I think it's pretty easy to regret not taking a chance doing something that you might have liked and then, never knowing. But if it's the case where it's like you're already really satisfied where you at and you would not want to be anywhere else, then that's also great too. I think it's good to see the big picture of everything, because sometimes if you do switch a career path, for example, just out of curiosity and not like really seeing how you can be affected in other ways that you weren't signing up for, that can also throw you off balance. And then you could also end up regretting making a decision that way too. So I think that it's really important whenever um, making big decisions is to look at every aspect between the pros and the cons, and always checking to see if the pros outweigh the cons, because at least then you can put up with the stuff that is imperfect about having a certain job, and you can live life the way you want to live life. And I think that's something very important too. So it's not always about um, following every interest that you have, and needing to go through this whole circuit race of interest. What I truly believe that makes the most difference is just narrowing down what it is you want to do and focusing on that first, and taking care of your needs first. So like for me, for example, really quick, I want to make a YouTube channel, I want to make better videos, and I want to grow my channel more and have a bigger following with subscribers and likes and all that. But, you know, in order for me to take care of my most essential needs with survival, of course, like, paying bills, eating and all that, of course, it would make sense for me to have another job and, you know, keep my channel, at least a video per week. I can make more if I have time and just do that. Just make a compromise that makes sense so that, my channel isn't falling behind. And then I can also tend to whatever needs that I have to do on the side. And, again, just being proactive and always finding a way to make improvements, even if it is like 1% a day. You know, um, expecting too much out of yourself is bad. For one reason, you're gonna end up not following through is what you want to do because you expect too much out of yourself. And then another thing is that it takes a lot of time to really get good at anything. You know, like it takes thousands of hours to master something. I believe it's 10,000. And, you know, that also comes with consistency. That also comes with um, constantly putting practice in whatever it is you're doing. And of course, you can't say you can master something faster than the average person, but that doesn't come to everybody. Only few people can do that. So that means we're talking about the 1%, and there's a reason why 1% is 1%, because that's not a reflection of every person. Sometimes the average person truly needs to put thousands of hours of work to master something, sometimes even more, just to really get that good and have curiosity, like keep wanting to learn something more about what you already know, just to pretty much be ahead of the curve and not fall behind. So that's all I got for this video. I'm just trying to keep it short and sweet, and there's gonna be more videos coming soon. I'm trying to juggle, like, what videos to put out first, but I think that's gonna come easier with time. And yeah, if you got through this whole video, please leave a like, please subscribe, and share this video if you like. And yeah, there's gonna be more content soon, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.